Welcome to the Danville Museum of Fine Arts and History. My name is Wynn, and right now beside us we have Carson. And what we're going to do today, we're actually going to demonstrate one of the classes that you can have here in the ARTSMART class at the section of the museum. So Carson, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, well what we're going to do today, we're actually going to get to work with a material called clay. And if any of y'all know what clay is this material right here. And this, you can find this in any backyard in the South. Pretty much in the North too, but their clay gets a little bit lighter when you get up. But this right here is actually white clay. Have you ever worked with white clay before?
Yes.
You have? Okay, what kind of stuff have you made with clay?
I forgot what it was called.
Pencil holder.
Pencil holder?
Yeah, okay. Well, what we're going to do today, we're actually going to make a pinch pot. And a pinch pot is a form of a bowl that was made by the Native Americans when they came here. So teachers, if you're listening, this is not only an art class, it's also an history class, because I believe art is history and history is art. So everybody had to work with art sometimes. I mean, even the cavemen did cave paintings. So we actually see that art is a form of language and it's used to talk and get a message across. But today our message is going to be, we're going to make a bowl so we can put some cereal in it. Okay, you want to do that? All right, so what the first thing we got to do is, you start out with this big clump of clay, and it's really hard to mess with this unless you're in college, because when I was in college, I had to make a full-blown bust out of this thing, and it was hard to cut. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to get to use a special tool today. And me and Carson were talking before the class started, and do you remember what this little tool right here is called?
Wire cutter.
Good job. This thing is called a wire cutter. And if you do not have a wire cutter at the house, you can use simple objects that you find around the house. Just make sure, kids, if you're watching, your parents know what you're doing. So you can use a shoelace, you can use fishing wire, because I know some kids, that's all they've been doing over the summer so far is fishing, because that's all you can do right now. But what we're going to do, we're actually going to use the wire cutter. So Carson, I'm going to let you use the wire cutter. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so what I want you to do is take your two fingers and wrap it around the two fingers right there. All right, you got it? There we go. All right, then, here, let me help you. All right, see, we're going to wrap this around here and then hold on to it. All right, make a fist. All right, you got a grasp of it? All right, now what I want you to do is take your other ones. We're going to wrap it around this one too. All right, now make a fist. All right, see, now pull it. Don't hurt, does it? All right, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to grab around here and we're going to pull. Now pull as hard as you can. All right, now from this camera, it didn't look like we did anything, did it? But what do you think happened?
It cut it?
It cut it, that's right. And what the wire cutter does, it's actually special that it actually cuts it in a flat surface every time. So parents, if you want a flat surface or you're OCD a little bit like me, all artists are, that's just the way artists. You ask any musician, all musicians are OCD, especially when it comes to music. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to cut this into two pieces. Can you cut this into two more pieces?
Yes.
Or one more actually. All right, cut it. All right, pull down. There we go. All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. Hey, it doesn't matter. We're going to, you know what we're going to do with this now? I want to give that to you, and we're going to do this. Start making it into a ball for me. Now, parents, this is a very cheap craft that you can do with your kids. And it's absolutely, because I know with all of the stuff that's going on in the world today, it's hard to, you know, keep your family occupied and stuff like that. There's boredom that goes around the house. But if you go to Hobby Lobby or online, if you want to order from online, you can actually get a 10-pound thing of this for $10. That is, you can't beat that. And you actually get, if you have one or two kids, you can get 6 or 7 pieces of artwork out of it, and that you can actually use and have for memories of your lifetime. So when they get married and then they leave the house, you say, you know what, you made that for me. And then they go like, oh no. But yeah, see, it's a way. Parents love to embarrass their kids. That's everything. But are you having fun yet?
Yeah.
Did you make it into a ball?
Not much of a
Yeah, it's a ball. Now, what I want you to do, this is a very interesting thing. You see all these lines that are in the clay? What you're going to do is just start smacking it. All right. So now, all right, now you got to get back into a ball shape. So what I'm going to do is here, let me see it. We're going to make it into a ball. But you're doing good. You're doing good. See? Sometimes it just takes a little practice, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Don't worry. It comes out with water. And I love, most kids like to get messy. I mean, I'm one of those kids that was outside playing in the dirt, Eating the dirt. That's why it turned out this way.
I've actually licked bubbles before.
You've actually licked bubbles before? See? Kids love getting messy, especially the beach. You like the beach? Okay, that's a lot. All right, so there you go. So now we got our ball of clay.
Yeah.
So what do you think we're going to do now to make a pinch pot? Now, a pinch pot is a what? What do you put cereal in?
A bowl.
A bowl. All right. Now, why do you not put cereal on a plate?
Because it doesn't keep all of the cereal pieces in position, and sometimes they bounce off like a glass bowl does.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's tough, isn't it? That's tough life. So what we're going to do, what I need you to do is take your thumb. So all the kids in the house, put your thumb up. Everybody got their thumb up?
Yep.
I see you in there. Put your thumb up. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take our piece of clay, and we're going to put a hole in the middle of the clay. All right? You got it? Oh, push down in there, Carson. You got it. You got it. All right, no, don't do the other side. Whoo! We almost had a mess up, but don't worry about it. Clay is very forgiving. All right, now, does everybody have a hole?
Yes.
All right, show it to the camera. See, everybody's got a hole right there. It's very easy to make. Now it looks like a rock with a hole in it, right? Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do, every kid at the house, I know you know this song because it makes it easier for y'all to remember, we're going to pinch it. Now, for all the kids in the living room, a pinch is this. Does any of the kids start singing it? I know that it's going in my head right now. Baby shark, baby shark. What? Why are you laughing? I like Baby Shark. Do you like Baby Shark?
Yes.
You do? I do too. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start pinching the outside. See, Carson's already ahead of schedule. Look at that. He is quick. He knows what to do here. This is going to be an artist one day right here. All right? Now, we're going to start pinching around, and if you notice, you actually see the clay is actually getting bigger and expanding, and it's looking more and more like a bowl. Now, see, here's the interesting thing about this, that you really don't need many tools to make a pinch pot. And with clay, unless you're in advanced classes or you're making designs, which all you need is a sharpened pencil, and you can actually put designs in it. But what we're just doing today, we're just actually going to make the basic shape of a bowl. All right. All right, you have your bowl ready? That's a nice looking bowl. Now, for the parents at home, the thicker the bottom of the bowl is, which means the bottom needs to be about that thick, if you can see that. The reason is because the thicker the bottom is going to be the last thing to dry if it's really thick. So for the parents, just make sure and after it's done, you can always cut a little bit off of the bottom, but not inside, because if you do that, you could possibly put a hole in it. And then I'm sure your kid will forgive you forever if, you put a hole in their pottery. Would you be mad if your dad put a hole in that? Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times I've had holes put in my pottery. But you see, we have a makeshift bowl, and you see, it actually is a very unique set of bowls because it has my fingerprints in it.
Like that.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep doing it. See? Now what you're doing, you're actually pinching around and you're actually putting your fingerprints in it. That's what makes this special, because you can keep it and it actually has a part of your child or your grandkid or whoever you're watching doing this in the piece of pottery, and it makes it more meaningful. Art is supposed to be meaningful, right?
Yeah.
That's right. How many times have you made pieces of art for your dad or your mom or your grandparents?
One for my mom, and I've only made one piece of art.
You've only made one piece of art?
Out of clay. I've made thousands of pieces with paint.
I know. See, paint's easy, though. Everybody knows how to paint, but not everybody knows how to do pottery. So, how's your bowl looking? I'm just going to slip over here real quick. I'm going to show you a trick. All right? Now, come on over here. Once you do, let me see your hand. All right, now, what you can do is lift this up, and you're going to pinch from this side out and make your all four fingers on that, all right? Then you're going to start pinching around with all four fingers on the outside, and what you're doing, you're actually doing less work with more effect, all right? So everybody got that? There we go. All right, you see it? See? And here's a part. All right, let me show that to the camera real quick. If you notice, Carson has a little bit of a rip right here. A lot of kids would freak out over that, but this is very simple. With clay, all you have to do is pinch it back together.
Sometimes, if I have to and I don't have enough clay.
Yeah, all right, show me how you do it.
I have to, like, there's a rip right here. I have to go like that, pinch.
See? And it's fixed. Very simple. There you have a bowl, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So now that we've made our bowls, we can actually start getting them ready to start drying, right? So what happens is the one thing that's going to dry first is the sides, because the thinner the sides, the more chances are they're going to actually dry up and actually, you know, make it nice. And
How can you make it so perfect?
I've been doing this a very long time, buddy. And when Carson's question was, how did I do mine so perfect? We all have to practice at it. When I first started making bowls, I couldn't even make a bowl. Mine looked like a rock. Yeah, for all the older fans out there, like me, you remember, what did Charlie Brown get for Halloween? He got a rock. Well, when I started doing art, what did I get?
A rock.
A rock. That's very true. But now when I start practicing more, and you can actually get to make a lot of bowls. And these can actually...
The clay is already crusting on my finger.
That's fine. It comes right off. Now, if you want to do it, what you do, you just take your hand in there and then rub your hands together and it'll stop crusting a little bit. All right? Yes, that is an Averett University cup. All right. So see, it comes right off, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right. So, but that right there is how we make a pinch pot here at the Danville Museum. Now, for class information, you can go on our website, danvillemuseum.org, and you can actually look up classes and different things that we're having. And also you can contact us on our Facebook page. That is facebook.com/Danville Museum. And it'll give you all the information you need on upcoming classes. And we have classes all the time. And we're actually going to start some classes for children coming soon. So get ready, because we're going to start making some bowls. We're going to start making some clay and all kinds of stuff. But for the teachers out there watching, this is one of the sections of our ARTSMART program. And our ARTSMART program is shapes and colors. The first section of that class, because when you sign up for it, you get two parts of the class. You get the painting section, which teaches them colors and shapes, and then the second section teaches them clay and shape and structure. So the SOLs that kids are learning through this are a lot. I mean, I go through a lot of SOLs, especially up to the third grade level, even with younger kids, because it's easy to teach them when they actually get to put their hands in it and actually, you know, get to actually do it with their own hands. So, but thank you for joining us. Carson, did you have fun today?
Yes.
All right. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to wave goodbye, and we're going to see. Let's show our bowls to them real quick before we leave. All right, pick up your bowl and just tilt it over so you can see it. And that's our bowls. Ain't they pretty? I'm telling you right now, we had a great time today. Thank you for joining us, and visit us here at the Danville Museum, 975 Main Street. And we'd love to have you, even if you're not for a class, for a tour or just a simple visit. But come and see us. All right.